Well, hello, Gords and Gals. Gord King here with more Mass Effect. Picking up where we left off yesterday, which was just outside of a boss fight of sorts. So this should be fun. Just give me 1 second while I get all this poo set up here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Doink. There we go. We will place this here. And let's get it going. Got Ashley Tally with us. In here, it's a little dark. Oh, hello. This Cthulhu-looking plant. Can't kill those yet.
All right, we just need to find this creature and determine what it is. What is it?
That does not look like any plant I've ever seen. This may be problematic.
That's right, Thorian. You're about to get canceled. Yeah, this is definitely some kind of weird Cthulhu monster thing going here. That's exactly. Speaking of problematic, what up, Whitey?
Invaders, your every step is a transgression. 1,000 feelers of praise.
Transgression? Is that like when a trans person is committing an aggression?
You gave something to Sarah. Something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in a long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle. Flesh fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies. It will listen no more.
I won't let you keep your thralls. Release them, now!
No more will the Thorian listen to those that scurry. Your lives are short, but have gone on too long.
What the heck, y'all? We're being invaded. All these little squelchers here. Let's see. Got him. Alright, now we gotta kill all those tentacles. Sploosh.
That got his attention. Has to be more of
I suspect so. We gotta wake it up. She juicy, yeah. And she gives birth to little clone green baby, I guess. That's a freaky lady. Oh, where'd it go? Got her. Tally's hurting. friendly fire thing? No. No worries there. Thankfully. We're pretty low on health. Oh, snap.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Alright, I think the ones from under here are gonna come to life. I might be wrong though. Oh, they didn't. Just want to make sure I don't put them too much in harm's way because Tally's not doing so well and I don't have any more health backs. I'm not doing so well in health now. Unity. Let's unify. Hey. Alright. Got that one. I think I already killed that. Alright, Tally's back. I was kind of hoping that thing would give me some more health. There might be one up here that does. One can only hope. I think there's 2 more nodes. All right.
Fire in the hole!
At least I'm healing a bit. If I can spot them from over here. Alright, got her. She's always the most dangerous thing. Alright. Ooh, got a med station. Good. Got some Metagel. Nice. All right, Tally, you're doing better now. Because you gotta do better. Nailed him. Uh-oh. I think we're down to the last one. Alright, took her out. Yeah. I guess there's more. Ah, okay, I see it up there. Not doing enough. What's going on, Jonah? Ashley, he's just puked all over you. It's disgusting. Alright, I see you. Reminds me of aliens. Ah, it's got a little bit there. What's going on, Akuma Gaming? It's like, yo, I'm here now. It's like, I know. It sounds like we might be getting some rain here in a sec. Exactly, Akuma Matata. Take that.
I'm free. I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
Is everything all right? Are you hurt?
I am fine. Or I will be. In time. My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
She tried to manipulate Xanet, but in the end, her plan backfired.
The sorry matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel.
He is apparently very woke.
He calls it sovereign.
It's irresistible.
Dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated.
Looks like from Richmond to Hamilton is about to get hit with a wave. Ah,
It is absolute.
there you
I was a
go.
willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate.
It looks like severe thunderstorm watch between now and 8. Hey, hey.
Saren's pretty quick to betray his own people.
He was quick to betray the Thorian too. After he had what he wanted, he ordered the Geth to
Though mostly
destroy
between
all
now and
evidence.
6 or 7.
Saren knows we're searching for the conduit. He knows we're following his steps. He attacked the Thorians so he could not gain the cipher.
What's the cipher? Why did Saren need it?
Hopefully it doesn't knock my power out. That would suck.
Prime gave you visions, but the visions are unclear.
I need the
They
power.
were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city.
Especially because after this I'll be back to editing. Making really good progress on that video.
They became a part of it.
I mean, I got I'll have like some overlays and stuff to add to keep, you know, out of copyright territory.
The very essence
But
of being a Prothean.
video's progressing along pretty fast.
It would be like describing color to a creature with eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory, a viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean.
Of course, the good thing is that I'm not working Sunday, so if by some chance I'm not finished by the end of tomorrow,
Such knowledge cannot be taught.
keep hitting the save over and over. Yeah, thankfully this game has autosave, but
There is a way. I can transfer.
But yeah, the good thing regarding the video is if I don't have it finished tomorrow, I'll have as much of Sunday as I need to finish it up. 'Cause I'd like to have it out. I think it'd be fun to do like what Vex's been doing and release it right before MMM.
Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind. Each emotion must move another's. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity.
Exactly. What's up, Jalen? Oh. So basically, what she did is she helped him to understand that vision he had early in the game.
I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are a part of you now.
Are you alright, Shepard? What'd she do?
Actually, yeah, the air conditioner is going, Whitey. So it's relaxing. Oh, all right.
I saw something. It still didn't make any sense.
That air conditioner is kind of loud.
The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
You look a little wheezy. We should get you back to the ship.
I'm sorry that you have suffered. There was no other way.
Exactly.
You needed the cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision of the beacon.
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries, I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Sarah,
You were learning about her
she gave
feet?
the disciples a choice.
I see how it is.
Those who were willing had to follow. Many felt the
A
plan
little
was
Tarantino
dangerous,
alien.
But I believed. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
What else can you tell me about Sarah?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic, and he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
I want to know more about Benezia.
Benezia was greatly respected among her people. A powerful biotic, even for an Asari. She was widely known as a teacher of philosophy and religion. She always sought the paths of peace and harmony. She joined with Saren because she hoped to turn him away from his path of destruction.
Instead, she became one of his most powerful allies.
As I mentioned before, Matriarch Benezia underestimated Saren. Be sure you do not make the same mistake.
Tell me more about this ship Saren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species. It dwarfs any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleets. Its weapons are devastating. Its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it, Saren believes he is unstoppable.
You said Saren uses it to manipulate his followers.
The indoctrination. There is an energy about Sovereign. You feel drawn to the ship. It makes Saren's arguments more persuasive, more compelling. Spend enough time in Sovereign's presence and you will lose yourself. There is no other way to explain it.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became
Exactly. The Citadel will never be the same.
Alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I am grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
Good thing you don't have a beeping smoke
Now that
alarm.
you're free of the
Some
Thorian,
people
where are you planning to be
in
next?
this apartment building do.
I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering. I would like to make amends.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
You did it. With the Thorian gone, we can start rebuilding for ourselves again. And we're free of Exogeni's threats. We're back to being just a little nowhere colony. Thank you, Commander.
You're welcome. Alright. We are done up in his house. We're back to being a little do-nothing-nowhere gay colony. Yeah, you could use some decorations around here. Holy crap. Making LV 426 look like a ski resort. Just making sure. Catch a chirp in your background for a movie breakdown. Court's credit score lowered 3 points. Go faster. All right.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Decontamination in progress. I got chickens and dogs barking and cows doing their mate time.
Any ill effects from the scifi?
Making sounds can't be too bad. Yeah.
Cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
All right, chill out, lady.
Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you
Yeah,
have
chilling. Huh?
seen would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Wow,
Get to the point.
that was loud.
What did you see? The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly
Can they may
damaged.
ever make this into a movie or a series? There's rumor about it being in the works, but
Into the commander's mind
uh,
is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind
you know,
of
it's nothing concrete.
something we might have missed?
I think if they're going to adapt it, it should be done as a series.
You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were
I don't see how you do this. This is just, at least just not as just one movie.
There is a connection between the Reapers.
Heck, it'd be hard to even do one movie for just one of these games. There's so much to them.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information.
What up,
Maybe
Jacob?
he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... I am sorry. The joining is exhausting.
Yeah.
I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Well, and honestly, the unfortunate reality of this game, as much as I love it, this is a game that you could really message hard with if you wanted to. So,
Dr. Chalk wants to take a look at it.
That will not be necessary.
yeah, I saw that,
Just
Jalen.
need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
Might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
The Thorian like
Human
to enslave minds. Anyone who studied
Oh no, they'd probably do stuff like that, but it'd be,
At least the colony was saved.
I mean, they'd probably go like heavy with a bunch of different stuff. It wouldn't just stop there. Like right there.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Me lagging? Huh? What species has the hots for Shepard? Oh, the Asar? Yeah, there's... Shepard kind of has the hots for pretty much anything that moves. Alright, let's chit-chat with our squad mates.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
boss assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her. And this was not like her. Something changed.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you and making a fool of
See,
myself
she
in the
digs him.
process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people.
This blue
especially
chick's
humans.
coming on to
I
me.
did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seems so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Can't argue with results.
No, but there are consequences. Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as a bully. You run over anyone who gets in your way. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer.
I ain't trying to change their mind. I'm trying to make them get with the program. America, baby.
Shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings.
Alright, calm down, little thirsty lady.
I care about Edge. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
I'm friend zoning her.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Leo.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Sorry, lady. For you, it's the friend zone, not the suck zone. And I like talking to him far less. I can't stand this guy.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach can take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I'm saying colony. Get some shipments in the furnace. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
They know about the story we've had from the council.
What do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on it when my head starts hurting. We're out too far.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name.
He got Elon's Neuralink, it seems like.
My abilities were dropped with pain-free L3s. It'll be a cold day before I turn myself over to kinetic subsidiary.
Got a story there, Olenko?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, kinetics was set up to track element zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once an embassy in the Citadel, Canadians could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Turians, actually. That's why Canadians kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think. Asking the Turians for help and just fought a war with them.
What's going on, Cannoli?
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go to the Citadel. The main Earth were weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't even start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and his own. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
I'm sure Canadians did what they thought was best.
Huh, I imagine, dude.
Brought in an ex-military Turian.
Get to have the privilege of talking to any lawyers today.
You're a hell of a biotic, though. You must have done something right.
Well, I got to where I am because I took initiative. Much despite Canadians. This is ancient stuff.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely.
Make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
If we must. He's such a chode. Alright. So one funny thing about this game is Shepard runs out of breath after like 2 seconds. Like, dude, you're supposed to be in like superior shape. You should be able to run longer than 2 seconds before losing your breath. Yeah, I've heard that story. I don't know how much I buy it. There's Christianity and then there's quote unquote Christianity. I would say more often than not, it's the fake version of it that you hear a lot of people turning to. But I mean, I obviously hope it's real, or it becomes real in time. But
Good to see you smile.
we'll see. We'll see.
So to speak.
I'm sleeping.
It's why the Bible's so important if you're a Christian. It's like what you see a lot of people claiming they believe is not a biblical form of it. And it's like, well, that's useless. That's good for nothing, basically.
We've still got a long way to go. We'll find something to take back.
It cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
Yeah, Tolly, what's so special about you? Gosh, with your purple, with your burqa and your funky helmet. Wait a minute.
My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
That's always good. I'll recommend some people worth listening to
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
in a bit if you like. Yeah, there's several there's quite a few like really good pastors out there.
It must be tough on you.
There's other ones that are you have to be very careful with. I mean, some are obvious as far as the ones you have to be careful with, your Joel Osteens and whatnot, the ones that are full of it, but there's a lot of ones that are kind of tricky.
If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
What you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out again.
I'll tell you, there's one really good channel. Hang on. I'll look it up real quick, because its spelling is a little bit tricky.
Our exile will continue.
But I'll put it in the chat as soon as I spot it here in my subscriptions.
Would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the
Okay.
exile. They've continued to evolve. We've
Alright, the one I'm putting in the chat, it's a YouTube channel. There's a lot of really good sound pastors you can find on that channel. Lots of them, like R.C. Sproul and John MacArthur, Vodi Bakum, Stephen Loss. I mean, there's a lot of really good ones.
What was your father?
And there's a lot of material there too. They cover so many different subjects. Yeah, no problem, no problem.
As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything.
I agree, Jacob. And glad you know about it.
Where was your mother?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filter starts to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with, and he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant, like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile.
Oh, cool.
Not once.
I grew up listening to R.C. Sproul. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't first hear of R.C. Jacob until probably about 2 years ago, I think. Probably because I really, I grew up primarily a Baptist, I guess.
I want to talk about something else.
And he's Presbyterian, so he's just not somebody that really ever came up. But as I started to move towards just, not, just pure, like, just being Christian, and my views started to lean more towards the reformist movement, that's when John MacArthur is one I knew for a while, but as I started to listen more to him, I started to find people like Vodi Bakum and R.C. Sproul and all them, and I found that channel where they had their conferences and whatnot, and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty neat. And I like RC a lot. Even though it's like, I probably have only one, like, I guess, relatively big disagreement with him, and then it's, which is one that he and MacArthur shared despite being, like, great friends, which is, the idea of infant baptism. Because Presbyterians obviously tend to believe in infant baptism, but I didn't for a while even understand the argument for it. I kind of get it now. I still don't agree with it, but otherwise I think he's incredibly sound. He's one of my favorite pastors to listen to, period. I mean, it's, he sadly passed on back in 2018, I think, but yeah, I still love going through his material. He's really, really good teacher. I mean, he takes really difficult concepts and knows how to make them relatively easy to understand and very difficult to refute. You are my favorite pumpkin to listen to. Well, I hope so, because most of the rest of us don't talk. The only alternative is the silent ones, which I would understand preferring them to. What's up, Boosh?
Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you. But yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating?
I was tasked with tracking black market.
Ah, that's right. I'm getting Garrus is giving me a mission.
But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or some freak was
Wowzer.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
On the Citadel?
Lab cells on one parts like the black market. They're not as bad as the cyclones. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. At the station in a bit of a panic. This case wasn't that clear cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized. So how did you figure out what was happening? First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, imagine that as Turian.
Whoops. Drop something. No biggie.
Discovered this Turian to briefly from Dr. Salia, the geneticist. So we went to his lab.
Yo yo. Hakab.
Solarian hearts, Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Haha, Krogan testicles.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles? Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of genital. Doesn't work.
What was the other word she got wrong? I think it was during Twister. Oh, Vex is funny because she will often get, pronounce something wrong here or there. It's just about the ones that stick out.
Employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk.
And of course, Whitey is very quick to meme it.
Came across something suspicious.
I grew up PCA, and I'm going to a Reformed Baptist church. They practice believers' baptism. Awesome.
Is that really necessary? Maybe, maybe not. Either way. One of my detainees, bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up when he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. The medics found incisions all over his body. So
Like, I mostly grew up in, Southern Baptist churches and everything, but even before, what's been going on with the SBC, I started to kind of, feel uncomfortable with affiliating specifically with a denomination. Not because I'm against going to a Baptist church or, something like that, but because denominational statements and what they stand for change far too often because, they're human institutions. So I tend to always lean back to, look, I'm a Bible-believing Christian. That's what's molding my thinking, not the SBC charter or something like that. There are old charters that I really like. There's two in particular. I can only think of one of them. There's the London Charter, I think, from the 1600s. There's another one
why not?
that's also really strong. I'm trying to remember what it's called. My sister would know, because I think it's the one that her and her husband, it's at their church. Her husband's a pastor.
But you went after him anyway, right? I ordered.
Well, her husband, my brother-in-law.
CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties. The ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. Just used them for organs. They wouldn't miss it. Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice. They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Pat and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the rest.
Who wears glasses? Are they referred to as pasteurized?
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages,
We'll workshop that one.
You're just a terrorist. Bad.
It's like you gotta look at this verse through the eyes of a pastor. You have to pasteurize,
I sent out feelers from time to time.
so to speak.
Thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and
It's like there's a good pun there. We're gonna find it.
I told the military. They weren't convinced.
While drinking milk.
I got a transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out. I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance. I was hoping you'd say that, but Commander will take me with you when you go. If it's Salia, I want to be there when you find it.
Yeah, we will.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians.
I'm making lunch, listening to the game, and trying to ignore the dog losing her mind at neighbors.
He wanted to continue. He wanted us to fight.
Yeah, my background noise is my air conditioner and a thunderstorm all at once. But I like thunderstorms.
What did you want?
Though it hasn't been particularly noisy over the last probably 10-15 minutes. Got really loud there for a little bit. That was cool. I was a little worried the power was going to get knocked out, but doesn't seem to have been a problem.
We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage...
One little minor alert here, and after I'm finished talking to my squad mates, I'm going to use the restroom. Might be a little bit. I'm going to pause the stream. Might even cut it short while I'm in the bathroom.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day.
Woke up this morning with no power. Oh, wow.
We talked. But we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
That's messed up.
So long, Rex.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, Sid.
That piece of dialogue is so much funnier if you make your shepherd look like really, really goofy.
Afraid I did.
Of course, every romantic element to this is funnier when you do that. Like you give him like real big eyes and huge lips and really messed up face. It's funny as crap. Like, he's cute. It's like, no, he's not.
Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Where did you grow up?
I'm thinking it was a rolling blackout. Oh.
We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
You have more than one sister. Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see the moons.
That bush, or it could be, they see me rolling, they black out.
Took any crap posting we could get and got offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized. He never made it above service with 3rd class. He was real proud of being the chief. First thing he did was salute.
You're lucky to have a close family.
Sorry, I forgot about your family situation.
Or lack thereof. Relax, brothers. I've dealt with it.
Asked me to clear a bunker of armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with him. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a
catch me
Just pushy.
rolling blackout.
These worried vid-mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple years back. They were on amateur roster. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen Illinois away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone in school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I
What a
screamed, she
chode.
just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. She hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things right.
Alright, I'm going to pause the stream and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. Like I said, I edited together a short. I'm back. Edited together a little short. Also went ahead and skipped through the rest of the squad member dialogue, so you know we can get to the action there. Alright, here we go.
We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Uh-oh.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature, but it's from the council. I'll patch you through the
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message.
It's like,
from
it's
our
about
infiltration
freaking time.
agents.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task forces are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was
Citadel
gathering intel on
space.
Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Well, Vermeer we save for the end. because Vermeer is pretty pivotal. Alright. That we're through this area. Already been there. Been to those. Let's head to the Voyager cluster. The Normandy. This ship's awesome. Bless me.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the first contact war, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete first from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after first contact.
Where's it been in the
No
meantime?
idea. Lost in transit.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea what we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it. You don't need me to finish, Commander.
Well, that's not good.
This must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council would call fusion bomb will be traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Survey these planets here real quick. No, I didn't, Blue Collar. Stop rushing me. Besides, why would I want to rush? This game is awesome. Alright, I'm gonna take the ladies. Actually, let's take Geddes with us. Gars Bakarin. Honestly, this is one of the coolest things about this game, are these sick views they give you. Look at that. How freaking cool does that look? Just sitting there on that planet and get this other body just sitting there pulsating like that. Trying to do 12-hour shifts, but do you have any interest in this new trap movie? Looks kind of good. I mean, on the one hand, it's like, it looks interesting, but I'm also really confused as to why you would need that many resources to catch one serial killer. So I'm curious how they're going to explain that. It's like, wow, you need 300, what'd they say, like 300 officers, and you've set up a concert, a fake concert, just to catch this one guy. It's like, wow, that's quite a bit of effort. Like wow, that's a lot to catch one guy. What's going on? Well, that's the thing. It's like, you know, is he merely a serial killer, or is this something far more serious? It's like, you're gonna have to justify that one to me. Which, granted, I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of twist to it, something like that. I'm curious what the budget on the movie is, because I saw them saying it was tracking to have a decent opening. If it's a small budget movie, its opening looks like it wouldn't be too bad. But I do like the idea of Josh Hartnett making a comeback. I think he's actually an okay actor.
I agree. The probe did not
What if he has supernatural powers?
They may not know what
I hope that's not the direction they go, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what old Shyamalan does. M. Night Shyamalan. Sama. Coon. M. Night Shyamalan. Oh wait, I'm probably the only person who's gonna realize that reference. Unless y'all have seen the Naruto abridged on YouTube. M. Night Shyamalan. Sama. Kun. I'll let you know in group chat. I mean, it has to have a twist. Well, I mean, we know that. Be some kind of twist. I just hope it's better than Knock at the Cabin, because Knock at the Cabin's freaking crap. I can't believe people defend that movie. That movie actually has defenders. I was like, no. That movie's garbage. I mean, he's made worse movies, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty terrible. I do, but he can't always act.
I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assimilate.
Rides off on the most horses.
Out of the verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
My crew will come for me.
Played an Elden Ring earlier, fought the fire giant, tell my buddy. So do not disrespect Warrior Jar. Most powerful NPC in Elden Ring. Yeah, he's awesome. I kind of like the fire giant fight, that's pretty cool.
We'll find a way out of here.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
We've got air and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
Shamel. What the heck? Wait, did it go off or something? What the heck? Why did I die? Why the heck did I die just now? What the heck? I literally disabled the bomb. That was weird. All the same, love that view. That's so cool. Just need some Halo music playing. That's what you need.
The signals? I agree.
There's a nuclear weapon.
Alright, let's try this again. Just out of curiosity. Let's see, what's my Omni Gel at? Don't know. Just curious why it didn't work. I mean, it said that I had spent it. It sure was. I never bothered to watch it. I kind of knew from very early on, I was like, this is going to be terrible. Alright, we'll create a save. Right there. Right here. You last 2 episodes?
You caused.
Who do you think runs the terminus
In most.
3 years ago?
You're the.
I was ruined when your kind held a... Oh, and if you...
We'll find.
Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
We've got air and light.
Oh, that's why, because you had to disable more than one. Halo show was poo, yeah. I love the idea that Shepard is disabling 3 nuclear warhead hardpoints in 10 seconds. I'm just that big a Chad. It's like, Shepard, how did you do that? Turns out like there's like an off switch on all the hardpoints. It's like, oh. Alright, so I gotta get back to here. This part's kind of a pain. They stick you all the way out. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Saw a quick reel. Don't know why. Does Harrison Ford like he had to be an actor? We're talking about Red Hope and Cat 4. Well, I can probably, think of a few reasons why he would sound like he hates working on Cat 4. Why he sounds like he hates being an actor now is probably because he's putting himself in all these crappy projects. Here's an idea, Harrison. Make some good movies. Make some bloody good movies. Alright. How close are we? It's like, dude, you're 81. You don't have to do this anymore. Yeah. I mean, if he likes doing it, I'm glad. I mean, I still think he can act if he wants to. Because I actually thought he was really good in Blade Runner 2049. So I know he's capable of still acting. It's just... pick some projects that you like. You can't be wanting for money at this point, my gosh. You have had one of the most lucrative careers of all time. All right. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Oh, okay, so they've got my... Yeah, I know he got paid. I hope so for doing that piece of crap. Got him. Got him. Nailed him. They did the whole residuals and back deal, Crystal Skull money, say around 90 to 100 million. Jeez. Opinionated like this, for him at least. Now that you're above ground, your suit radio has re-established connection with the Norway. Time to get the heck out of here. It's like, it's over, dude. I had the high ground. I'd do a bad film for 100 million. Yeah. I would do a bad movie for 100 million. I'd do Indiana Jones 5 if they paid me $100 million. But since I'm not getting paid for it, I don't want it. That's fine, Disney. Keep wasting your bloody money. Back to the Normandy. Away. Okay. That area's taken care of. I went to the Amazon and we beat it. We did the 2-day thing. We'll save this little grouping for laters. There's Morency. It's the Jiminy Sigma. I got the Ming and the Han. Speaking of Harrison Ford, we got Han. It's like, oh, hello, Han.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Now, when he said we did nothing illegal, made me think they did illegal stuff. Well, in the sense of this game's lore, they technically didn't. But like one of the running kind of story elements of this game is how in this universe, like the various alien races are not allowed to they're not allowed to do AI because of how dangerous it is. Tally in my group, the one with like the helmet, her species several hundred years back, they created an AI species called the Geth, and the Geth turned on them, and they're one of the kind of antagonist groups in this, but because of how dangerous they are, that's kind of why their various species are not allowed to work on them. So when he's like, are you saying this thing's thinking for itself? He's like, wait a minute, are y'all saying that y'all worked on AI? Y'all did that illegally? He's like, no, we worked. It's a VI that's gone rogue, which is a virtual interface, but I've done this mission so many times that I know it well enough to know it's like it still technically would have been fine, but yeah, one of the running themes of the game is kind of that fine line we walk between like dangerous technology and, acceptable. I mean, your primary antagonists in this game, are basically robots. So made $25 million. Oh, there you go. Alright, let's go fetch the debris. Woohoo! Okay, got that. Undergo side missions in this game, or which you remind me of, say, watching a TV show. Supernatural would have 16 episodes, 2 main, like 14 Monster of the Week. Yeah. Yeah, this one, there's a good number of side missions, which are fun, I think, for like planet exploration and stuff like that, more than anything. Wonder if these missions could ever translate to an audience through on TV. I think some of them definitely could. You obviously have to find a way to integrate them into the overall story. And, I think the one out of these games where that's probably the hardest would be Mass Effect 2 because of the lingering threat. But then again, I feel like it is built, because I've actually thought about this a lot. How would I make this a TV show if it were me? Because I've thought about the possibility of that happening, because there is a possibility it could be made into a show. I think it could be done, but yeah, it would need a really good, strong attention to detail and consistency, because it's one you could easily mess up. And I would worry by today's standards that they probably would screw it up, but it's certain. I definitely think it could be done right. Like I wouldn't bother with every one of these side missions. As far as making a TV show, I don't think all of them are all that important. But there are a few that I'd be interested in keeping in. I think they add a little bit to some of the characters and whatnot. And plus, if you need a little bit of filler, some of these could service that pretty well. Supernatural copied X-Files season opening, Mulder Scully main plot, Total Souls was hunting random X-Files, finale was Mulder's sister. Never really watched much of either. I mean, I've watched a little bit of X-Files, but I haven't watched any of Supernatural. Never cared about it. I like what I've watched of X-Files, but it's not really a show that like really hooked me. I actually liked the 1998 movie quite a bit, though, funny enough. Alright, here's a Medigel. Da 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 da. Shotgun right to the face. Second crime lord defeated. That's both of them. No doubt Helena Blake will be overjoyed to learn that these two scum are no longer a problem. Really? Did I kill the first one? They would fight the villain on episode 1, go on 12 side missions, hunting various monsters, the season finale, fight the villain. It's simply formula, really. I think, well, this is part of why I think Mass Effect would be a really compelling series, is because you wouldn't have to have nearly as much filler. Because, like this game, for example, you have 4 primary planets that you go to before you even get into, like, the finale. So essentially you have like 5 pretty major set pieces that you probably would require a couple of episodes minimum to cover each. I mean, like Pharaohs, you could probably cover in one episode. I would say Liara's planet you could probably do in one episode. I think Novaria you would need at least 2. And Vermeer 2. You would probably need 2 for Vermeer. And then the finale you would need to stretch out over 2 episodes. So like half your season, if you were going to do the first game in just one season, would be pretty big stuff. So it wouldn't be a ton of filler. You know, a lot of it would be like pretty major stuff. It'd be kind of awesome. This one, main mission, 12. Well, actually, I forgot. Like even like the very first episode is kind of easy to lay out. The very first episode is they go to Eden Prime. You set up Saren the way the game does. They find the beacon. Shepard encounters it. He gets. I'm trying to think of what he has the. The beacon basically gives him the mental imagery and whatnot. And that's your first episode. I mean, that's pretty easy to do it that way. I mean, it's a similar formula, but I think they have way more material to work with, which would be major. I don't think a Mass Effect show would have all that much filler. Now, Mass Effect 2, there's so many big missions, because it's not even just your it's not even just like the primary story stuff. You've got all of your loyalty missions for you got all the loyalty missions for your squad mates, which you have quite a few squad mates. So like Mass Effect 2 actually might take 2 seasons just by itself. Kind of same for Mass Effect 3. You'd probably require quite a lot. But yeah, I feel like you could probably do Mass Effect over the course of I'd probably want it to be like 5 seasons. Maybe do 1 season for the first game, and then 2 seasons each for 2 and 3. I feel like that would be probably optimal. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to stretch Mass Effect over that many seasons. I hate when shows do that. I think it's a terrible idea. There's not many shows that have lasted that long that stay good. Yeah. Like Seinfeld did 9 seasons, and those are 9 great seasons. Like Everybody Loves Raymond's, I think, a great sitcom from season 1 to 9. Those are probably the lengthiest shows that I think stay strong over that much time. Jensen just needed a break after 15 years. Ugh. I mean, Supernatural's just not likely a show I'm ever going to worry about. I don't care about it. It means flip all to me. Alright, we got a little derelict ship here.
Looks like this vessel was abandoned.
But there's probably something.
Seem to be disabled. Only basic life support appears to be functioning.
Like, there's probably 3 missions.
What was that?
Like 3 side missions in this that I would say stand out as like necessary.
Somebody set that trap. The whole place could be wired.
There's probably 3 in particular I'd be like, okay, I'd want to include those. I mean, they can make more Supernatural if they want. I don't care. I couldn't care less. Be like, alright, go, have fun. It means nothing to me, one way or the other. I can't speak to how good or bad it is. It's just like, okay, it exists. That's fine. Alright. What happened here?
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore, and they want to shut off his machines. But
Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry. Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't.
That chick sounds crazy. That chick is crazy. Have a feeling she's still here. How many vampires before it gets old? Hey, you tell me after 15 seasons it already hasn't gotten old? How's that possible? Oh, look. Jacob.
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. It's what he would want.
I mean, he's brain dead, so he's pretty much already dead.
Showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
Whoops.
Looks like that machine is keeping him alive. I do not see any brain activity on the readouts. He is dead. This body is just an empty shell.
Maybe we should shut the machine down. It's the merciful thing to do.
It is your decision, Shepard. But perhaps we should wait until we have more information before we do anything.
That's fine.
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines. It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
Why are you... Wow! Oh, he wants to get... Oh, the new Batman card, that's the one that has the female penguin? Well, that could be fun all the same.
That was the compassionate thing to do, Shepard.
Alright, let's map. Something else. So... We will map Carnage. Wow! Yeah, I'm gonna be on Gooch's channel, I think, next Wednesday for Perfect Blue. So that'll be fun. I've never seen Perfect Blue, so I've wanted to. So now I have a reason to watch it. So far as the animation looks good, voice actor on Batman doesn't sound bad. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe, I mean, it's dumb, I think, the idea of female penguin, but see what they do with it first. You never know. It's probably didn't need to happen, casting it female, but that doesn't inherently make it bad. It's like, let's see what they do with it. It'll probably suck, but you never know. There have been gender swaps that have worked before, believe it or not. Hannibal did one, and it worked out fine, for the most part. There was one dumb thing they did with it, but that was it. Granted, it wasn't with like a particularly big character or anything. Do Titan AA just gonna be in chat since I need money? Yeah, I was invited to that one. I've got a pretty I have a pretty busy day today, and I'm still not even fully done. I'm kind of just taking a break. Who was swapped in Hannibal? I really liked Mads in that show. Alana Bloom, the female doctor. Her character originally is not Alana Bloom. Dr. Bloom is a man. Dr. Bloom was originally a dude. So they gender swapped him, and obviously they, I guess they did the whole ethnic swap with Jack Crawford too, because Lawrence Fishburne plays him. Guess what? Both cases worked just fine. I mean, the only dumb thing I thought they did with Dr. Bloom was like the third season when they just kind of randomly turned her into a lesbian. I was like, what? It's like, since when does she like chicks? Just kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, what? Honestly, that's like the only part of that show that really annoyed me, was when they did that. I mean, it wasn't even a huge deal. It was just kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, why is she hooking up with what's her face? When did that start? All right, I did. Oh yeah, I need to fix my grenades. Yeah, let's change that. That's pretty good. It looks horrible, but oh yeah, they've been talking about doing a Thunderbolts movie for a while. It's just it's one of those things they announced and put on their schedule, but there's been very little actual news about it, so it's kind of hard to get a beat on exactly what they're going to do with it. I mean, it'll suck, so what else? What else do we need to know? I mean, really, what do we need to know? Okay, got that. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Was a noise with House of Dragon with one female kiss. She's like, look, I've read all the books. I don't care about them kissing. I care it felt forced by the producers. Yeah. And that's always my thing. It's like, you know, like when Alana Bloom, when they had that happen with her, it did not feel earned at all. It just sort of happened out of nowhere. I was like, that was really odd. That just all of a sudden, like, she meets Mason Verger's sister, and like, oh, she's a lesbian now. It's like, when did this happen and why? I don't feel like they earned that at all. There we go. Got him back. Got all these bloody husks. Yeah, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't have any problem with that. If you read his books, I ain't gonna lie. Those parts in his books are freaking cringe. It's like, dude, calm down. That dude's a bit creepy. Alright. This one we'll have to make sure we create a save file so we can escape. Alright, we'll map lift.
According to the log files, the ship was out near the Perseus Veil. Looks like they found some kind of alien artifact.
Well, if they turned into husks, that means it was a Reaper artifact.
Really weird, Shepard. They plotted a course straight into the Perseus Veil, like they wanted the Geth to find them.
That artifact must have done something to them. Why else would someone fly into Geth space?
The entries don't make a lot of sense after that. It's like the captain's mind was falling apart. I don't see anything about how they got back into human territory.
The Geth transformed them into husks and left the vessel where they knew it would be found. A warning to other organics not to enter the Veil.
According to the
Geth transformed them into husks and left the vessel where they knew it would be found. A warning to other organics not to enter the Veil.
I thought this one self-destructs. Let's look at our journal. Da, 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 da. Okay, so that's this one. Alright, so we're dead. We're done with it. I thought for some reason this was the ship that you self-destructed when the mission was over. And to beat a clock. I suppose not. Alright. I'll go to the Vostok system. See if there's anything there.
Looks like we've got an active distress beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
Alright. Scan the other planets real quick. And we'll survey that. And this little asteroid belt area. Know the crook. Know the crooks. Or know the crew. Know the crew. I bet the landing in that thing freaking hurts. I mean, yeah, they got the little boosters to make it a little softer, but can't imagine that's a comfortable landing. I got my medal of exploration. Creepers, what are they doing here? This whole service animal thing is angering me. Have your dog on my car, fine. Now I need to pause Uber and find a vacuum on a car wash. Because half your animal left in the back. Yeah, it's, well, I mean, to me, it's like, I don't mind a service animal if, like, you're blind or something, but these, like, it's an emotional support animal. I'm like, piss off. It's like, do you realize how easy how big a scam that is? You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna create a store that only sells emotional support animals. Do you know why? Because once that support animal dies, you're gonna need another one. Because you're gonna need emotional support for losing your freaking animal. I'm gonna turn you into a repeat customer. You retard. I'm gonna make sure all the breeds are short-lived ones, because you're gonna have to come back all the time. Yeah, imagine you have an emotional support hamster, yeah. You hug it too close, so it's like, you killed it! This guidelines is you can't say no, which also sucks. Some of us do have allergies. That's bullcrap. Someone comes in with like an emotional support parakeet, and I just kind of gradually lower the window. Like, oh no, it got away! Sorry. That's too bad.
En route.
No, they're not. And yet they're being kind of treated like they are. Service dog, totally cool with it. If you need a service dog, because you can't see, something like that, totally cool with that. That's understandable. I think it's cool that we do that. But I need to bring my cat and hug it, because I need emotional support. It's like, no, you need to stop being such an idiot. Yeah, that's understandable. That would be a good reason. Okay, I think my Mako here needs a service animal to pull it the right direction. I don't think a dog's gonna do it. Can we get a service like Triceratops or something? Do they have those? Look! Service animals! Hey, I'd be totally down with service tigers. Heck, tigers might be the one exception to even the emotional support rule. It's like, I need emotional support from my little tiger buddy. And by emotional support, I mean, if you freaking mess with me, I'm gonna sick my tiger on you. Tigers are probably my favorite animal. There's something just truly magnificent about a tiger. Their coat, their muscle definition. I mean, tigers are freaking awesome. I can't think of a creature more just gorgeous to look at than a tiger. These dudes here lost their emotional support Thorian. Yeah, we can break stuff. Cool. I said break. They're supposed to charge them an additional fee for having a pet, which makes sense. So someone enters a car. Just when you enter Uber Pet, oh no, it's service. I would say T-Rex, but they changed it to tiger. Yeah, hey, like I said, I'll take it, because I kind of freaking love tigers. I was born in the year of the tiger. Neat. I was born with the eye of the tiger. Dun, 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 Dee, 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 dee. Dee, dee, dee. That actually got my cat's attention just now. I started doing that. He's like looked up at me all of a sudden. He was like, "What is that?" All right, got all that.
Rescuers? Oh, thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief Exogeny Researcher at this facility.
Uh-oh.
We've been trapped in this room for days. We're almost out of food and water. You got here just in time.
I need to know what's going on. Why is this place crawling with Thorian creepers?
How do you know about the Thorian?
I know what Exogeny was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants. Everything was going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
Any idea
They
why
created
turned on you?
creeper
Maybe there was
slaves.
still some kind of
What the
link
heck?
between the creepers and the Thorian back on Pharos. The Thorian was unlike any other life form we've ever studied. I can't explain how, but maybe when it died, it somehow set off the creepers here.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base. Exogeny was worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or reporting our work to the authorities. We have no direct communication with the outside, only the emergency beacon. It sends a general distress signal to the Exogeny site on Pharos. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base. Exogeny was worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or reporting our work to the authorities.
I mean, don't we all, Jacob?
We have no
Don't we
direct
all need him?
communication with the outside, only the emergency beacon. It sends a general distress signal to the Exogeny site on Pharos. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
I've heard all I need to.
Look, I know what we did here was wrong. I'll admit that. But it's over now. There's no sense reporting this to the authorities, right?
Dang.
You were in charge of this project. The safety of the staff was your responsibility. They trusted you, and you betrayed that trust.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail? Normally Exogeny would have my back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up. It's yours if you let us go.
It's like, sorry, lady, I don't go in for these backdoor shenanigans.
The victims here deserve justice. I have to take you in.
That's not going to happen. Open fire. Open fire!
It's like their second-rate mercs are no match for me. Bunch of jackasses. Alright, let's see. What time is it? It's about a quarter after 7. We'll be wrapping up here pretty soon. Bunch of creepy jackasses. Yeah. I mean, the exogeny scientists, they're the real creeps. Which is so often the case. Why are scientists always such creeps? Why does it always go that way? Ostak, Caspian, Matano. Inti. Supply. Sorry, I couldn't hear from the dang vacuum. I'll probably do this mission, and then yeah, I'll be done. You know, whatever this is. Okay, this is a pain. Holy crap. What's going on, Gooch? Appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna be covering Titan A tonight. I've only ever seen Titan A once. Bloody hell, come on! Make the climb! Yeah. That's some formidable six-wheel drive you got there, vehicular. Ooh, and it's like a tiny little pyramid. It's like a children's pyramid. Why can't I have a pyramid? You could just walk up standing straight. I want a child's pyramid. It'd be like the ultimate fort. How freaking cool would that be? Hashtag pyramid clubhouses. I think that's what we should just stop building houses and just start building like 20-foot pyramids everywhere. That could be everyone's house. Okay, I got these civvy structures and a science facility. Actually, let's stay atop here. Whoa. Less clunky terrain than down there, at least for a little bit. What's on Tucker and Dale? Oh, Tucker and Dale's hilarious. I love Tucker and Dale. That movie's great. That is one of the better horror comedies over the last several years. That's a really funny movie. Saw husks.
Looks deserted.
I've got a bad feeling about this. How horrible. The entire colony must have been transformed.
Monday for your birthday stream. Wendy's been asking for 6 months. Dang. I knew what you meant by head. That's usually what we say too. Before you head. Nice shot, Garrus. These guys are like mimicking my reaction to Deadpool 3 right now. Look at that. I did the same thing.
Mivigil deployed.
Deadpool. That came out wrong. Or did it? I mean, I meant what I said. But I do know the line. I like that line. I like the first Deadpool. The first Deadpool's cool. You know what's funny is I didn't even, I guess on Open Bar they were talking about it last week, and I missed it and forgot to even look at what they were saying. Plus, I was trying to avoid spoilers before I watched the movie myself yesterday, and I just kind of randomly remember it's like, oh yeah, I was curious what they all thought of it, and it was Drinker, who was it? It was Drinker, Reaper, Mauler, obviously, and it's one other guy. I know Echo Chamberlain showed up a little bit after. There was someone before him too. But I was like, okay, I'm curious what these guys have to say about it, and then they all kind of gave their thoughts, and they're like, okay, Mahler, tell us why we're wrong. I was like, yes, please do, because if it's like, please tell me someone saw what I saw, and then he's kind of briefly gave a summation of what he thought of it, and I'm like, okay, good, I'm not the only one who saw this, who thought this had those same issues. And I even agree with him. Part was like, look, the movie's going to be really successful. I think most people are going to like it, and I'm like, yep. Bye 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 is #1 on Spotify. Yeah, I mean, it's a great song. I mean, it's a good song, so I get it. And it brought it back. And look, I don't mind that. I hate the opening sequence to that movie, but at the same time I was like, I really like the song. It's like, it's a good song. But yeah, it's one of them movies. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely dislike the movie. It's not one of those movies. I kind of thought going in, after kind of hearing vaguely what people were saying about it that, you know, we all know, I thought, okay, this will be a movie that I'll probably think, yeah, it's kind of bad, but it's at least entertaining and fun, and I have a good time. That's what I thought I was likely gonna get. I didn't expect to actually dislike it. I really didn't. I actually thought I was at least going to like it. So that's kind of why I was taken aback. So I was like, wow, I genuinely dislike this movie. And really started disliking it almost immediately. Like, from that opening scene, I was like, I don't like this. Because I hated the opening. And, I mean, there were... Yeah, I was talking Deadpool and Wolverine. I hated the opening sequence. Like, the best scene is in the van. And I think that scene's great. Like, I really like that scene. Granted, it's kind of in isolation from the rest of the movie, in a way. Because it's almost so serious... You know, like the conversation they have and the way, like, Wolverine just verbally undresses him, basically. It's a really freaking good scene. Yeah, I hated that he was doing that. I really hated that he was doing that. Like, using the corpse as a weapon, I was like, what? Now, granted, it probably wouldn't have landed so bad if... Like, I guess the part that made the opening really stick out to me after, because I didn't like it when it was first happening, that was bad enough, but finding out that him and Logan, were the same timeline, I was like, why? They're in such contrast with one another. Why would you make them the same timeline? It's like, why couldn't Deadpool's Logan be a different one that died or something? And I still don't understand why X-23 was in the void. I was like, why is she there? The timeline's not dead. Did they send her? What the heck? It's like, oh, I mean, I'm sure I could go over the movie and break down what I didn't like about it, but yeah, I did not like it. I mean, part of it was just the jokes. I mean, like, the humor didn't land with me much at all. I probably had about 3 or 4 times where I got a bit of a chuckle out of it. There were no moments that really made me laugh. So I was like, okay, the humor is just not hitting for me, which that kind of sucked. I was like, oh, I'm not finding this all that funny. The action, some of it was good. Like I said, I think the van sequence is pretty fantastic. That was the only fight scene that I really enjoyed, but that fight at the villain's, like, complex or whatever, I hated that scene because I was like, this scene doesn't make any sense. It's like, why is she not just killing them? She can flay a guy with the flick of her wrist. And it's like, why would you not just kill them? I don't even, it's like, that made zero sense to me, and it really frustrated me. It's like, why did you bother establishing her as being this freaking powerful just to have her not use it? I freaking hate that crap. We know Mahler is the guy who hates everything. I only think he gets that reputation because of the way movies are made nowadays more than anything. I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch Loki, but I know what the TVA is. I didn't like that because I was like, you're all desecrating the ending of Logan. I really didn't like that, because I'm a pretty big fan of Logan. I think Logan's kind of amazing. That's one of my favorite superhero movies. And I was like, you are literally crapping on the ending of this movie. I mean, just because you're admitting it doesn't make it better. But like, I don't care that he's killing the TVA. I wouldn't even mind the idea behind the actual sequence. I didn't like that he was dancing like during it, and kind of it was that tongue-in-cheek with the audience. That's not really in line with the other movies. He does the occasional fourth wall break, but it's never that insanely overt to where like he's aware he's in a title sequence to that extent. That's really taking the fourth wall break too far, I think. I like the idea of kind of doing like, I think they should have taken kind of the Edgar Wright approach and just coordinated a great fight scene to that song. I think that would have been more than enough to at least make that part entertaining. I don't care about comics, Jalen. Before you bring up any comic arguments, I don't care what the comics do at all. They mean nothing to me. This is a movie. It's separate. I'm not a comic reader, so I do not care about them. It's like you've still got to justify it in your movie. But they made Wolverine look perfect. I like Wolverine's look. I mean, and I think Hugh Jackman's the highlight of the movie. Like, he's the best thing about it, by far. And hello, Paul 2KB. Welcome, welcome. You're kind of coming in right at the end. I'm going to be finishing the stream up as soon as I'm done with this, but yeah, we were getting a little bit of Deadpool Wolverine talk in. Because I know I'm kind of on the odd end with some people, because I just didn't like it. Didn't work for me. I mean, if you like it, that's totally cool. I get what people like about the movie, like in principle, because I mean, it's an action comedy, and you know. But I'll be honest, I got nothing out of Blade's cameo. It did nothing for me. I thought the cameos were kind of like, none of the cameos did anything for me. I was just like, okay, they're there. I mean, their payoff, their legacy payoff is to die in the void where nobody is going to know what they did. I'm like, that doesn't really fit. That's kind of sad. But I kind of feel like this is going to be one of those movies that about a month or two from now, a lot of the people that are sticking up for it are kind of going to either forget about it, or maybe they'll examine it themselves and be like, maybe this isn't all that good. I kind of feel like a lot of the reaction to this movie it reminds me of The Force Awakens, but Gambit's the weird one, because I liked Channing Tatum's performance, but I thought he looked terrible in the costume. Like, they really had to squeeze him into that costume. I was like, this looks odd. It looks so awkward. I was like, y'all should have just brought back the other guy who played Gambit. Just use that guy. Alright. Is that all of it? Did I go to that one already? Let me be sure. Yeah, I wanted to like the movie. I thought I was going to like the movie, but I thought I would at least enjoy the movie, even if objectively it was. I kind of figured objectively I would think it's probably not very good based on what I was hearing, but that I would still have an okay time. But I thought neither was it good nor did I like it. I was like, oh, that sucks. Cause I was one of the people amongst our friends group who was like, no, I'm excited about this movie. I don't see how you mess this movie up. And I left the theater like, dang it, they messed it up. I did not care for it. But, oh well, can't have them all. Hang on, did I go to this? Hang on, let's see. But yeah, I scored the movie pretty low. I'm a pretty harsh scorer when it comes to that. Well, the TVA, obviously, also a lot of what they do doesn't make a lot of sense. And I'm still, and granted, this might not necessarily be an issue. I was kind of lost when all of the Deadpools showed up and they started fighting them. I'm like, why are they all fighting? Okay, here we go. There we go. Aw, my skills are too low. Alright, let me go back now. Alrighty. That's gonna wrap that up. Alright, so ladies and gents, I want to thank everyone for joining me on this live stream. Next time, which probably will be Monday. I might do a game stream on Sunday, because I don't work on Sunday. I'm taking the day off, so I might actually be back and do a live stream Sunday, and we are going to be heading to Novaria, so that'll be a lot of fun. That's probably my first or second favorite planet in this entire game, so that should be really, really cool. Remember a year ago, Nerdrotic, I love Wick 4, Mahler hated it, and we're still friends. Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, gosh, I probably like John Wick. I definitely like John Wick 4 more than Deadpool 3, and I don't even like John Wick 4 all that much. I thought that movie was boring. But anyway, I'm going to jet now. Thanks again, everyone who hung out. Paul 2KB, I know you came in kind of late, but appreciate you hanging out for the little part of the stream, too. Hey, if you like the video, make sure you smash the like. Subscribe if you're inclined to. That'd be cool. But yeah, I will see you all again soon, and make sure you all keep the lookout on my main channel, The Gourd King, because I'm going to be dropping a new video there. Plan is to drop it on Monday before MMM, so I'll have that out then. So until next time, good night, God bless, and Gourdspeed.